Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, I know it's late in the evening here on this Tuesday, May 5th, 2015. Cinco de Mayo. Want to say happy Cinco de Mayo to all of you out there. Well, the sun, it doesn't stop the sun from firing up signs all over the place. I mean, the Bible tells us in Luke 21, the Bible says there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Now, last night in Texas, the moon was blood red, and this is not supposed to be a blood moon. There is no eclipse. Yet in Texas, the moon was blood red. Today, the sun has been very active. Matter of fact, there's been 4 M-class solar flares earlier today, and now, folks, we just had an X-class, an X2 class solar flare. There's a minor storm warning. This CME hurled into space by the solar filament eruption on May the 2nd is headed for Earth, and the forecasters estimate a 45% chance of a minor geomagnetic storm when the cloud arrives. All right? So now that's from May 2nd. But today, the sun exploded. Again, 4 M flares, and just not long ago, actually, a couple hours ago, we had an X2 class solar flare. An X2 class solar flare, according to NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory. And they captured, it is a very powerful, ultra violent flash. Now, with that, I also checked with Space Weather Prediction Center, and they have issued an alert, watches, and warnings. They're saying space weather message code WARK04, serial number 2535. The issue time, of course, is this. A geomagnetic K index of 4 is expected. They say that that there is the CME ejection from this X2 class is very powerful. Now, the good news is it's not direct Earth facing, but it's still, there's still enough of the Earth glance that we're going to get from this solar flare on the Earth. They're expecting that this flare will cause strong radio blackouts over the western parts of North America and entirely the Pacific Ocean. Now, why I bring this up, folks, and why I think it's important to come in here and tell you this is because the Ring of Fire has been on fire. What can I say? Matter of fact, today there has been 48 earthquakes in the last 24 hours. As a matter of fact, if you don't mind, I'm just going to check again, just see what it's been here recently. But we had a 7.5 earthquake earlier today in Papua New Guinea. And I just want to triple check and make sure that, I mean, it's been very active. We've had 3 or 4 days in a row. Right now, in the last 24 hours, since 10 o'clock last night, we've had 41 earthquakes. Earlier today, we were around 48 earthquakes. Right now, it's at 41 in the last 24 hours, including Papua New Guinea is just literally shaking and quaking. I mean, they had a 7.5 earthquake, and since then, there's been a 5.9, 5.6, 5.2, 5.2, 5.2, 4.9, 4.9, 5.3, 5.0, 4.6, 4.7, 4.5, 4.7, 5.0, 4.8, 4.8, and 5.0 just a few minutes ago. Those are all earthquakes in Papua New Guinea after the 7.5 that really shook things up there earlier today. So here's why I bring it up. We know we've had earthquakes. We had the big quake in Nepal. Over 7,200 people are dead. We know we've had this big quake in Papua New Guinea. We know that we're having, we've been running around 45 to 50 earthquakes a day for the last 3 to 4 days. A lot of shaking and quaking going on. Michigan had its second largest earthquake in the state's history at 4.2. San Francisco had a 4.0 on Sunday. Los Angeles had a 4.0 on Sunday morning when I was still there. It's just the earth is shaking and quaking, and the devil's back has got to be breaking. Are you serious? And so now this huge X2 class solar flare sending CMEs and are going to hit the Pacific Ocean, that entire ring of fire. So keep an eye on that in the next 2 to 3 days. You can expect a lot of pressure on those tectonic plates. And all that's going on while CERN has been cranked up today. For the first time, they collided the protons for the first time since early 2013. They actually collided them. I'm going to give you another video on the CERN a little bit more in depth, and I'll tell you about that. But with the CERN cranking up and the sun cranking up and the earth shaking and quaking, are you serious? Are you saved? We are living in the last days. There is so much going on, not only apocalyptically, but morally, culturally, and of course with the wars and rumors of wars around the world, and the Temple Mount, the cup of trembling. I really want to believe this situation that's taking place at the Temple Mount with Rabbi Glick, and how that he's now been allowed to go back to the Temple Mount after the assassination attempt on his life, and 4 shots nearly killed him. What does this mean? Go read Zechariah 12 about the cup of trembling Jerusalem becomes, and you'll see that we are living in the last days. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time.